I'm actually doing very well. I don't know if you were on there the Saturday that I
Yes.
think I talked about this on Saturday
Yes.
about about finding a
Mm-hmm.
way to treat long haul COVID.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I did. I experimented on myself with it. And so in
Yes.
28 days,
Yes.
at a cost of less than $50, I got rid of 4 years of not being able to taste food, throwing up almost every time I ate, vertigo, and brain fog. I haven't had brain fog a single day now in over 6 weeks. And my energy, I think I've had two maybe low energy days, but there were reasons for that. So my energy is really getting better. I'm recovering in a lot of ways. So life's good and we keep doing what we do.
Wow. Did you, hold on. I don't remember. Did you share recipes or you keep it to yourself?
No, I'll share it. I'll tell you what it is if you want me to tell you.
Yes, please.
Okay, you'll want to write this down.
I am, and I'm recording.
So you want to get 7 milligram nicotine patches.
Okay.
What it is, nicotine attaches to what they call spike proteins, and those spike proteins, they after you have COVID or if you get the shot, they're floating around in your system, and also that virus always lands in whatever your weakest organ is, and so the nicotine attaches,
Mhm.
and and they have to be the 7 milligram. So you wear the patch for 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the evening.
Mhm.
And at the end of those 2 hour periods,
Mhm.
I used apple pectin. Now, apple pectin, you can get that organic apple pectin on Amazon.
Mhm.
Uh, the one I got comes in 1,400 milligram caps,
Mhm.
and I would take four of those caps. So in the morning I would do 7 milligram patch for 2 hours. Just put it up here. You just put it up on your shoulder, and at the end of that, take the patch off. Take four of those apple pectin. Now, apple pectin is what they call a binding agent. So what happens? The nicotine breaks those spike proteins loose and actually attaches to the virus as far as we can tell. And then the apple pectin is like a magnet or glue, and it catches those things. It binds to them, and then you just urinate them out. And so you do that in the morning, you do that in the evening, and you have to drink. You need to drink a lot of water when you're doing that. You during the time that you're taking that apple pectin, you need to wait about an hour or more before you take any other kind of medication, because if you don't, it'll bind to that and take it out of your system. So it took me. It was just 28 days, and I'm telling you. And I never talk about stuff much when I'm going through it. I don't want to talk about it till it's over. But I'm telling you, for almost 4 years, I was nauseated every meal I ate. I threw up almost every meal I ate. I was down to actually under 160 pounds, and just barely had enough energy to function because I couldn't keep food down. Then I had vertigo, and all of that was tied in that long haul COVID. And I'm telling you, 28 days is all it took. And at the end of 28 days, this was over for me.
Phenomenal. Wow.
It is phenomenal.
And you've never heard that from no other doctor. No one spoke.
Oh
No.
no, no! I was looking at what other doctors were trying. I was looking at, I took a plan that a pretty famous doctor had done, and of course, they were shutting everybody's plans down. They were making it where you couldn't find this stuff anywhere online.
Yeah.
And so a friend of mine helped me find it through a doctor in India. And so we started talking to this doctor, and so I modified it a little bit. For example, have you ever heard of what's called EDTA?
Mm-mm.
EDTA is a binding agent that most doctors use, but the
Mhm.
problem is, number one, it's brutal. If you've got bad kidneys or that kind of thing, it can mess up your kidneys. And I've one of the things I find is so frustrating. I find that people in general, we think that Christians are the only people that don't follow through and don't listen and don't take notes. Everybody's that way. And so I was not comfortable in doing this experiment with EDTA because I thought if I tell this to people and they take EDTA, they won't do it the way I tell them to, and they'll end up hurting themselves. And so I changed it to apple pectin, and apple pectin is not as dangerous. It's not as hard on your body. So it was a combination of finding doctors that were doing these kinds of experiments and just modifying them to a state that I felt like was safe to pass on to other people. So that's it. Actually, just have to drink. Now, one of the things I did, with a magnet set, there's that they have that concentrated liquid oxygen.
Yeah, yeah.
And so when some people will go through a heavy detox with this. And so if I started feeling bad, I'd put 40 drops of that liquid oxygen in about 6 ounces of water, and in 10 minutes I would be out of the after effects, of this stuff.
That's good. That's good. What do you